Okay, again, let's see, why isn't Matthew Guy is trying to get in? All right, we learn sponsored Ili Nishmas Reb Yaakov Yosef ben Reb Dov, Refu Shalema for Rafal David ben Blima, Yomis ben Chayesar for the schus of Avram and Yom Benish Malk Yehudis and family. We learn sponsored by the Fisher family, Ili Nishmas Basi Bas Rabit, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. We learn sponsored by Yoel Klugman and family for their Gezund Parnasa and Nachas. And we learn for Avigdor Aryeh ben Rivka and Meir ben Chayesara. They should have a Refuah Shalema B'Seich Shar Chayla Yisrael. So we're holding in Mishna Hay in the third parak. So Zeba b'chavisai v'Zeba b'kairasai. Yisrael is walking with his jug, and Saba is walking with his beam, and they're coming at each other, and they collide into each other. And Nishbara Kadei Shel Zeh, Yisrael's jug, is broken B'kairasei Shel Zeh, by Saba's beam. But why? Because they both have permission to walk in the Rishus Harabim. Shezet L'zeh Rishus La'alech, L'zeh Rishus La'alech. They both have permission to be walking. It's damaged by the force of both of them, and therefore Saba is not responsible. He's exempt. If Saba was walking first, and Yisrael was walking with the jug behind him, if Yisrael walks into Saba and slams into his beam, Saba's potter. It's not Saba's fault that Yisrael walked into him. Yisrael, watch where you're going. However, v'im amad balakaira, if Saba stops short suddenly, and then Yisrael continues walking normal and bangs into him, then chayiv, then Saba is chayiv. However, v'im amad balachavis amod, if Saba turns around and says, "Wait, I got to stop," and Saba says, "Wait," then pater, then Saba's pater because Saba warned him. Now, the same thing is true the other way around. If Yisrael is walking first with the jug, and Saba is walking behind him with the beam, and Saba walks into Yisrael and breaks his jug, if Yisrael's jug was broken by Saba's beam, because Saba walked into him, plowed into him, then chayiv, then Saba is chayiv. However, v'im amad balchavis, if Yisrael stopped short, he was in front and he stopped short, and Saba kept on walking normal, then pater. There's no way for Saba to know that Yisrael is going to stop short. V'im amal bal kairamay, but if Yisrael turns around and tells Saba wait, and Saba keeps on going, then chayiv. And just like this is true with a jug and a beam, and the same thing is true if Saba is holding a fire and Yisrael is holding flax. So certain times Saba is going to be pater, and certain times Saba is going to be chay. Now Mishna Vav says, Shnayim shoyim mahalchim b'Rishus Harabim. If they were both walking in the Rishus Harabim, Echad Ratz ve'echad Mahalach. Saba was running and Yisrael was walking. But Saba was running b'Rishus because it's Erev Yom Tov or Erev Shabbos. And on Erev Yom Tov and Erev Shabbos, you're allowed to be rushing. So, O shoyu shneim ratzim. Or if they were both running, in that case, since they were both running, they were both acting improperly. V'ziku zeh zeh, and they damaged one another. Shneim peturin. They're both patur. In the first case, the one that was running was allowed to do that because it was Erev Shabbos or Erev Yom Tov. In the second case, since they were both running, since they were both acting improperly, so they're not responsible for the damage done to one another. Okay, we want to remind you again about the timing. Motzi Shabbos Nachamu, double daf at 10 p.m. And next week, Daf Yomi will be at 10:30. We are looking for a sponsor for next week's Chumash. We don't even have one sponsor. Share that's heard by mega hundreds of people in many, many different mediums. 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful Shabbos.